some of you have struggled with the 25-mile radius rule because you think you can't find any deals, like real estate deals in that 25-mile radius. But what happens when you add land and infill developments into your analysis of that 25-mile radius? Do the opportunities get bigger and bigger and bigger? In addition, you can lease raw land investment for other purposes. This includes billboard rentals, cell phone towers, ranchers, as well as utility companies. Now, the method of earning a profit is very similar to other types of leasing programs. The goal is to earn a monthly return on the property through a lease agreement. Now, for commercial, you could do parking spaces such as an open field or parking lot. These are common in cities where parking is not always readily available. You could also do short-term commercial leases for temporary or pop-up retail shops, which are also popular in land leasing arrangements. Right now, I'm in talks with a guy who every weekend, he puts out a bunch of signs and flags. You guys have seen these? So he's got the signs, he's got the flags, he's got the blankets, and they roll up in a cargo trailer, and they unload it, and they got all their racks, and they're just there usually on a Saturday and a Sunday, and then they pack it all up and they go away, and who knows where they go, but then the next weekend they come back. So I'm saying, look, I got premium land for you. I've got great frontage. I've got high traffic counts. I said, instead of leasing space from this gas station, why don't you come lease space in this premium piece of dirt? So we are working on something just like this because I just want to generate cash flow from the dirt without having to build anything. Landlords that own large plots of farmable land often lease their plots to tenants when they have no interest in farming the land themselves. Now, this is happening all over America. As our farmers are aging out and retiring, they need to do something with the land. Oftentimes they don't want to sell it because it's, fifth or sixth generation farmland, and they don't want to sell it. So they will lease it to their neighbor, and then their neighbor can farm it. Sadly, a lot of them are ending up having to sell because they can't find anybody to do anything with the land. And I remember we were coming out of South Dakota, and we stopped at this little podunk travel stop because my son had to have Arby's because they have the meats, right? They have the meats. So my son wanted Arby's, so I Googled it and I found a gas station which had an Arby's in it. So he's sitting there eating his Arby's, and I grabbed one of those flyers in the front door, and there was this advertisement, and it was kind of sad. It said 1.2 million farmable acres in Indiana with water and pasture land and timber. Seller willing to carry. Old age forces sale. No heirs want the land. And I thought, man, that is sad. Here you got this farmer that's been working this land his whole life, probably has kids. They don't want anything to do with it because land is a lot of work. But man, here's a tremendous opportunity. And I know many of you are thinking, well, Lee, did you buy the land? No, because I don't want 1.2 million acres in Indiana. It kind of violates my 25-mile radius rule. And by the way, you guys, when I'm doing land deals, those also fall into my 25-mile radius rule. And I know that some of you have struggled with the 25-mile radius rule because you think you can't find any deals, like real estate deals in that 25-mile radius. But what happens when you add land and infill developments into your analysis of that 25-mile radius? Do the opportunities get bigger and bigger and bigger? I think you will discover that yes, they do. Advertising. Advertisements, rights on street furniture, transit shelters, wallscapes, and other digital billboards you can lease on land. Governmental land leases allow the government to retain control and interest in the land while simultaneously permitting the general public to enjoy its use.